Hey man, I just lost my voice. I am so pumped. The Cavs just let them know they finally beat the Boston Celtics on the road. This was a statement game all the way around. The game started out 25-3, and the Cavs still came all the way back and won. Tatum looked like a loser at the end. Jaylen Brown looked like a loser. Jaylen Brown plays dirty. I hate Boston. Cannot stand them. So pumped to get this win. I cannot wait for the playoffs. If these two teams match up, it is going to be absolutely electric. And honestly, I'm confident in Cleveland because they just have a lot more depth, and the Celtics is basically a two-man show. I know Porzingis was out, but still, they rely completely on Tatum and Brown to do everything. Tatum had about 50 points. I'm not sure what his final stat line was, and the Cavs still were able to get this comeback win. Man, what a showing from the Cavs. I cannot even express how excited I am because it's been a long ride to get here, and finally the Cavs get that statement win. They shut the league up. They shut the Boston fan base up, and I'm going to break down this game. But before I begin, this video is sponsored by WonderFan. WonderFan is an app that lets you win rewards and prizes just from being a sports fan. Yeah, you heard that right. Whether you're attending games, watching from home, following the latest news, or competing in weekly contests, you can collect points and redeem rewards like jerseys, gift cards, and even crazier. Every weekend, WonderFan is giving away $1,000. And no, there is no catch. I'm literally not joking. So go check out and download WonderFan today. I love using this app, and I know that you will too. Alright man, so what an electric W by the Cavs. I thought it was over from the jump. I mean, 25-3, that was absurd, man. I was depressed. I almost wanted to turn my TV off, but the Cavs slowly but surely chipped away. Jerome came in, he steadied the ship. DeAndre Hunter was huge. He came in, knocked down a few big threes, played good defense, capped off by that amazing defense against Jayson Tatum to force that air ball at the end of the game. I thought Isaac Okoro came in and played some really good defense. I know he's not like the most reliable shooter, especially with him missing time. He did hit like 1 3, I think, but I really thought he played well. And then Donovan Mitchell, this was one of those all-time iconic Donovan Mitchell games. He played 35 minutes, had 41 points with 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, and he only turned the ball over twice and shot 50% from the field, being 13 of 26, and he knocked down 5 threes. Huge performance by Spida. I don't know where the Cavs would be without him. I thought Darius Garland played well down the stretch. Evan Mobley had a huge fourth quarter. He played really bad in the first 3 quarters, I'll admit that, but he really showed up in the fourth. We finally got an Evan Mobley sighting. He knocked down a few big threes, played some great defense, finally started rebounding. That was one thing. That was a big pet peeve in this game. Al Horford was grabbing rebounds. Cornette was grabbing rebounds. It was so annoying. The Cavs could not figure out how to rebound the ball, and that's the only reason why the Celtics were even in this game. Yeah, I know they started out 25-3, but after that, the Cavs dominated in every single aspect outside of rebounding, and I think if they did win the rebounding battle for the first 3 quarters, I think the Cavs would have won by about 20 points, maybe even more, honestly. And that is why I'm super confident that the Cavs can win a playoff series against Boston. I know Boston fans are never going to admit that. They're going to say this was a fluke, but I really thought the Celtics gave their all. They were red hot. They were making ridiculous shots. Jayson Tatum went for basically 50. It was him and Jaylen Brown that did everything for them. The Cavs just have more depth. They're more well-rounded. I think they're going to last longer in a 7-game series, and I bet if they played in a series, it would probably go to 7. I apologize. I know I'm going all over the place. Probably half the things I'm saying aren't even making sense, but I'm just so hyped up, man. My energy level is at 100 right now at 10:07 p.m. on a Friday night, man. That was electric. I am so happy the Cavs finally did it because all season long, their narrative was that they can't win big games. But now all of a sudden, when you look at it, they tied the season series against Boston. They won 1 at home. They won 1 on the road, and they tied the season series against the Thunder as well. So that narrative that they can't beat good teams is not true. Obviously, they haven't won those series. We'll see what they can do in the playoffs, but that narrative needs to go away. The Cavs need to be number 1 on the power rankings because that's what they are. It's ridiculous that this team still gets any disrespect. Wow, what a W. Real quick before I continue on, I want to shout out my second channel, The Land HQ. I'm running it with the Cleveland Menace. If you know him on Instagram, please go check that channel out. We just hit 2,000 subscribers, and on there, we are only going to be posting Cleveland content every single day, all the time. I think we're going to go to spring training, so that should be pretty fun. So we're going to be bringing you guys a ton of stuff. Make sure to go subscribe over there. And slowly but surely, I'm going to be transitioning all my Cleveland content from this channel over to that one. I'm probably going to take a year or so to do that, but just be aware if I start making less and less content in the future for like the Cavs on here, that's where I'm going to be posting all that kind of stuff. But yeah, for now, I'm going to remain on here because obviously most of you guys know me as SpencerPremier, so like I kind of build up that whole brand and stuff. But yeah, enough of me rambling about that. Let's look at some of the stats from this game. I already talked about Mitchell with the 41. again. Max Strus played 21 minutes, had 2 points. He was negative 19 and plus minus. I honestly don't see why. I don't understand why Strus is starting, especially against Boston. I know he makes winning plays, but I would much rather the Cavs either start Dean Wade or especially DeAndre Hunter in this matchup because, I mean, Tatum just exposed us right away. If Max Strus wasn't in the game, I don't think that 25-3 start would have happened. I don't know. Kenny Atkinson seems to love Max Strus, but I think that Hunter or Wade, even Okoro, I think any of those guys would be better than Strus in the starting lineup. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Evan Mobley played 28 minutes. He kind of sat the third quarter because he went into foul trouble, but he had 17 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 assists, a double-double. He also had a block, only turned the ball over twice, and he was in the positive in terms of plus-minus. I'm real happy with how he responded. He stayed level-headed. He didn't let those rough first 3 quarters get in his way, and he just performed, man. Knocked down a few big threes. His confidence never wavered. And then Darius Garland, he played 31 minutes, had 20 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, and he nailed a big jump shot that basically sealed the win. And I thought Boston was going to come back there. They tied it at, I think it was like 108 to 114, and then they scored 6 straight points and tied it up, and I was feeling a little bit nervous, but then Donovan Mitchell made 2 big plays, 2 MVP caliber plays to get the Cavs over the top to make sure that they secured the W. In terms of the bench, Jerome played 21 minutes. I don't understand why he only played 21. I think in the playoffs he needs to play around 30 because he's just that guy. He had 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists, but the big thing about him is that he was plus 34 in plus minus. That is absolutely ridiculous. Now, one caveat is I know when he was on the floor, Jayson Tatum was sitting, but still, man, plus 34 is no joke. He's the ultimate impact player. He needs to be on the floor more. And then DeAndre Hunter, he was plus 21 and had 12 points with 5 rebounds and 1 assist, and he was 3 of 3 from behind the arc. Jerome and Hunter were 5 of 6 combined from 3. That was basically the X factor in this dub. But yeah, enough of me rambling. I know I'm all juiced up. Let me know what you guys thought about this dub in the comments below. Here's what some of the guys had to say in their post-game interviews.
22, 5 minutes into this game, just, you know, the resilience that it takes to chip away. What were you most impressed with?
Our leadership, you know, Donovan especially, just he never gets too high or too low. He just kept us even. So we're gonna get back in this thing. You know, keep executing. Got to play better defense, obviously. But that, you know, the message on the bench was great. And all our guys, right? They never like got exasperated, you know. And that was an avalanche. That was. You know, that's what they do here, but we just kept at it, and, you know, great composure, great resiliency.
That's really all I have to say for this video. Thank you all so much if you made it to this point, and if you enjoyed and haven't yet, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe because your support truly does mean the world. Also, please let me know what you'd like to see next, and until then, I will see you all later.